Anyway, welcome back, MikiDz Podcast episode
45.
Okay, you're ready. You came ready.
45.
Nickel.
45.
That's
welcome
like the
back.
comeback, the Jordan comeback, baby.
And let's get right into it. We played that song because, well, people got to get creative in these times.
Yeah.
We ran on the gram, social media, scrolling, and we ran across this interesting clip of a drive-through strip club.
Yeah.
Everybody has their needs.
Man,
Yeah.
I'm not mad at it.
Last week we talked about the delivery service, bottle service. And then now.
Well, I was just curious to know what city was that in? Because if it was in Atlanta, that shit had to been. I mean, regardless, it looked like it was hot.
Listen.
It did look hot.
With all due respect.
And that pole
by the
heat up.
By the people that were participating, that did not look like it was in Atlanta. More like Michigan, but
Oklahoma.
But somewhere around there.
It was. Yeah.
It could have been in Georgia. Let's just say it wasn't Atlanta.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I didn't see any Cash App banners for these young women. I felt they missed out on some money there, perhaps.
There wasn't no money tossed in the.
Yeah,
there was.
Yeah, the guy, he said, "Oh, we can get out," and he got out the car and he just.
I don't know. I missed that part.
But they weren't topless. They had tops on, which was unfortunate.
Because, keep in mind though, because they probably could get arrested for indecent exposure.
Probably
being outside.
But oh yeah, that's true. Even though they're on the strip club's property, I didn't see any water bottles. They had to have been thirsty.
True.
And then I'm also thinking, how else can we make money off this? You set up a little igloo. Not we, but how else can these women make money off? You set up a little igloo with ice in it. You can sell bottles for water for $1.
You pimp it.
Camarones. You know what I'm saying?
Trying to upsell.
I'm just saying you got to make the most out of this experience.
Hey, I feel you. You're right.
It's like going to the movie theater. Would you like some popcorn?
Yeah.
It's unlimited for the big bottles.
You can get the camarones and you can
They serve you food and drinks at the strip club, so you might as well get the same service when outdoors.
Are you getting chicken wings out there? Can you sit in your car?
It's probably takeout. You probably
you could.
Takeout?
It could be someone out there cooking, though. Get a nice little grill going.
Now, here's the thing. The champagne room, is it in your car? If so, obviously you have to wear a mask.
Oh, you on to something now,
you know
my
what I'm saying?
friend?
If you got a van, well, that's all the room you need.
So if you want to take the young lady for a private dance, we set up a tent over there that you pull your car into.
Exactly.
And then she walks into your car.
She covered in a plastic bag, though, because you got a social distance. You can't touch her.
Nah, bro. When you pay premium, you better.
You're risking it all.
Look, there's half the shit that goes on in strip clubs illegal. Throwing her in a tent with a dude is like the least of anybody's problems. But I imagine it being the shade. Because it is hot outside.
Yeah.
Depending on what city it's in.
And it's a 2-drink minimum, probably. That's how the shit works.
You can't
drink and drive.
Yeah. Pineapple juice. What are you talking about? All these assumptions. God, leave.
Camarones, put the alcohol in the camarones, man.
But okay, so pretty creative,
Yeah,
that's what I appreciate. Is the creativity of it all. Like, hey, fuck it.
It seems like a phase 1.5 situation.
You gotta get your money.
Now in Germany, they're having people have dinner or lunch in these little clear cubes, and it's
they're sitting in the cube?
a little compartment just for you and your companion.
Yeah,
nah, man.
Imagine the strip club at night though, outside.
I mean,
set up the lights.
Better weather, lighting capability.
My nigga's about to invest.
You can get away with a lot of different things.
Black.
Look, man, I want everybody to win. I'm just here to help.
It's like, man, I got ideas.
We know what he's looking at on Robinhood.
On Robinhood, investing in rhinos.
I'm gonna start this stuff. I'm gonna get a startup right quick.
Joe's got some land for lease favorited on Zillow. Where can I set this up? He's like, where do these pumpkin patches set up usually?
The Christmas tree.
Where they sell Christmas trees.
Make sure you
set up a stripper patch.
Make sure you're not setting shop up on somebody else's real estate.
Anyway, with a big piece of land, you could also probably set up a nice little drive-up concert, maybe.
Yeah.
A little something else we've been kind of seeing on the gram.
Like the drive-in movie theater.
Right.
Except all I'm saying is if you have a line of cars like a drive-in movie theater and they're looking at a stage, that stage better be lit. Like that stage better look like, I'm not saying it's got to look like Tomorrowland, but that shit has, because that's what you're there. You're not there to really watch a guy play. You're there for the lights and the show, whatever the show would be. That's kind of what sells people to going to these big festivals is
I don't know if that would necessarily work, man, because then you're like, man, I want to dance, I want to move, and I'm contained into this vehicle.
I mean, look,
who's to say you can't get out of your car and stay close to it and just hop on the hood and
I mean, yeah, I guess
ghost ride the whip.
Ghost ride.
Here's what I'm thinking. Now that we're talking about upselling, Dane just got my business, mind flowing.
Yeah, let's get it.
And I think it'd be dope if you set up this whole, because it seems the way they set up everybody up is like all these cars are in different rows.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so just like the concert, the closer the slot, the more it should
money
be.
it is, yeah.
And then while you're there, you can't really shoot cryo. I mean, you can shoot cryo, but you should shoot out like rainbow wax in the front row, and then water, and then better wax, better wash the closer you are. Just like when you pull up to the car wash at the gas station, you want premium, you want middle, or you want you just want the water.
It's a lot of mechanics, but,
and then they make you drive through the whole little like air dryer, and you're straight.
Or it's a self-serve. You have fun. You dance while you're washing your car by yourself.
I mean, in Portland, they'll pump your gas.
Sure.
Hey,
Pump your own gas.
You're onto something, man. It's possible.
And, shout out to Buddy Costa.
True.
Who has a parade going around Boston, and I think it's called Southie, and he's just got a row of cars and just entertainment and.
He set up a setup in the back on the bed of his.
That's the only thing I'm gonna call him out for. He's only got the mixer. He doesn't have the CDJs or anything else going on.
He's off the iPhone.
My man's doing 10 things at once.
I understand. I understand.
He had to put a generator on there too. I saw. Yeah.
But it's
I thought it was a controller.
What CDJ?
Like it's a mixer or is it actually a
put
controller?
one of your kids on the CDJ.
Yeah.
It's a mixer or is it a controller?
It looked like a 900.
Oh wow!
Yeah, but it's hooked up to his iPhone or iPod.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm not mad at that. Yeah,
yeah.
He's probably playing a mix or something like that.
Creativity level to 1,000, but
he took in the parade.
We're a podcast, so we have to sometimes mix some criticism in there. And I'm gonna reach for the top shelf here.
That's
keep it real.
Keep it real. That's
where it's gonna evolve.
Take a controller.
That's what it's gonna evolve into. He's gonna go. He's gonna be on the bed actually DJing. He's gonna get some controller on.
Dude, he's wearing like this whole thing. Like
got a T-Rex outfit on.
Yeah.
And then there's an alien outfit.
Got a big head, little arms.
If you watch his story or you follow his feed, he seems like he wears the outfit a lot. I mean, I know that he's got kids,
right?
So, but I was like, he got that outfit on a lot,
right?
So,
I imagine,
man, he's good at entertaining his kids.
I imagine the kids keep him in that outfit. It gets the job done for the kids.
I would love to see Rell set up like a hidden camera and pull up to Jen in the bedroom with one of those outfits on and see what she would react to.
Oh man, she'd probably be scared. What the fuck?
I'd be a little confused.
Yeah, I would be
T-Rex guy.
The wacky inflatable tube man. Imagine Rell as a wacky inflatable.
What the fuck are you wearing? That's what
what did you do to me in the crib? And you were like, yo, I didn't mean to send that shit. It was like a reaction, and it was kind of like a soft. It was either either hard eyes.
I forgot what it was.
What was it?
It was. I forgot what it was. He was doing something, and I meant to go send him like I was laughing at it, like whatever it was happening, but I accidentally hit. I forgot which emoji it was.
Was it the sad face one?
I think it might have been the tear one or something like that.
Yeah, the tear joint.
Yeah. And I accidentally sent that one. And I was like, yo, I did not mean to send that one. I actually meant to send this one, right? And he was like, oh, man, I thought you was having a sentimental moment with me or something like that.
I thought it just showed some growth.
I was like, come on now. I wouldn't be Rell if I did that. I was like.
Mickey thought you turned the stone.
Yeah.
You turned the leaf.
He was just like, I thought you were evolving. I was like, nah, bro. Not today.
Bro, that was like, I posted this thing on one of my Instagram posts, and Jamie goes, okay, bitch. Like, that's how I read it. But it was a Hitch quote that I played in the video.
Yeah.
And then I thought nothing of it. I just thought he was like, okay, bitch. Like, kind of in that sentiment.
Yeah, bitch.
And then, And then he's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I meant Hitch. And I said, oh man, don't even worry about it. I took it as like, you were like, go get it, bitch. Yeah.
Savage.
You were being sassy.
You were empowering. He was empowering you.
Gotta jump to put them jeans on.
Wow.
No?
I'm done. Anyway, moving on.
So out here in LA, we've entered phase one.
We're in phase one. We've been in phase one.
Okay, we're in phase one, and restaurants are opening up, and there's an ordinance that owners have to live by. in order to keep their establishment open and to make the most of it.
Yep.
And unfortunately, DJs didn't make the cut.
Oh, you're
in
saying
phase one.
for phase 2, yeah.
Yeah, phase 2.
Right.
Right, for phase 2.
'Cause
That's,
phase one
that's coming
is-
up.
We're in phase 1.
It's
We're
tomorrow.
about to take-
That's good.
yeah.
Phase
We're
2
Thursday today. Tomorrow,
So-
Friday.
And,
This will air Monday, so we'll already be in phase 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so there's it's like you're waiting for that opportunity to see when DJs are going to be able to get involved, or even trying to find the loophole in all this. But you're not allowed to dance. Your establishment can't be open past 11.
No dance floors.
Shit,
can't
I
be
thought it
open
was
past
9.
11, or is it 9?
I
I
might be right.
read from whatever morning to
And
11.
and Rell mentioned no amplified music.
Yeah, they're not allowed. They're not allowed to have
Define
amplified.
amplified music.
I mean, I guess it's just like anything like live, live DJ, live performances. You know what I'm saying? If it's not, if it's coming from your iPod or whatever,
You know what
that's
you're doing.
fine.
Because
Exactly.
I got a sick, Vizio soundbar. Like,
Yeah,
they could
you know what I'm saying?
pump.
But I'm saying they're probably going to keep the decimals low. You know how they have decimal readers for certain areas or whatever. They're probably going to keep the decimal level at a low one, and that's just specifically for establishments that have like outdoor seating and stuff like that want to play music. So I guess it's more so for that. But listen,
Is it worth to pay DJ $100 or a couple hundred to go live on Zoom for that, just to have some cool background music and keep the vibe going?
no. If I'm a business owner, that's another expense. I'm gonna be honest.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? That's another expense that I gotta take
And
care
you're
of.
limited to
I'm limited to how many people I can have indoors. In my property in general.
I thought about silent disco, but then people still aren't allowed to dance. That's a thing in other countries as well. I was in Japan and we went to a bar and they literally have a law that says you cannot dance. If you do, the bar will be shut down. So if anyone starts dancing, the employees will be like, no, you can't do that. You can't have fun. Just chill the fuck out and enjoy it. Vibe out.
You mean that? Can you imagine that person dancing, grabs the employee and starts like trying to make them dance?
Hey! No. Then you get the
please,
Khaled. Then you get the Khaled.
No.
Talk to me normal.
I can't.
No.
I
got a family.
I got love. I got kids.
Talk to me normal.
Talk to me normal.
Bro.
Oh my God.
Khaled's
the
got
best
one
thing.
with that one.
It's the best thing ever.
So you're handcuffed, you're limited.
Yeah,
But-
I don't think it's worth it.
Yeah.
Like you said, DJs are not in this stage. Realistically, I don't see, from what I've read,
They're not in the recipe yet.
yeah, we're not what we do for a living.
Right.
It's not going to be until like stage 4, and that is
Right. Oh, wow.
2021.
end of this year, beginning of next year. So
But I don't think it hurts. I mean, look, DJs are already going on live for free. Most of them. There's definitely some that are been able to find ways to work with brands and make some money off of this.
Sure.
But it's all about having the ability to gain the exposure, right? And I could see a DJ being like, look, if this is a venue who I feel comfortable that after this is all said and done is going to give me an opportunity to actually be there and get paid, I can't see why a DJ wouldn't be able to tell a venue like, hey, I'm down to DJ from home anyway, and stream into your system. But just let me run my, send tips to this Venmo, send to this Cash App.
That's fair.
You know, and I think
You got nothing to lose.
that's a fair trade
Nothing to lose.
because you're already doing it to show your fan base. Why not extend it out to whoever is? Just
that's a great
walking into
approach
the
for
venue.
DJs. Yeah.
Look, man, when this is all said and done, we are literally hitting, for the most part, for most of us, we are literally hitting a reset button. So if you're concerned about, well, if I do this Greek restaurant live, and then is it going to hurt my bookings here? Like, nah, man. Like,
You know what I
just
think
do
is
what you
gonna.
gotta
You know what
do.
I think is gonna happen.
Everyone understands.
because of the way that, and obviously I don't know what other states and what other cities or how they're approaching, reopening, their cities and states. But for LA, because we're doing it so creeping up there, you know what I'm saying? I think that because they're keeping the numbers under control of how many people can be in the establishment, there's going to be a lot of more intimate parties. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that when that stage 3 comes around, and venues are be like, okay, you can open up and you can, have, your live DJs, but you can't have more than 40, 50 people max.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think there's going to be a lot more like dope, intimate parties. And then that actually might work in DJ's benefits. You know what I'm saying? Because then there's going to be more parties going on.
Yeah. Well, just think about like the exclusive parties. Not every city is built like New York, Hollywood, etc. But just think about those exclusive parties in Hollywood, those
exactly
industry parties. You like that, some of those rooms can only fit up to 100 people.
Yeah.
At least maybe not right now, but there have been rooms in the past where it's a hole in the wall and you want to get in. So they're going to make their money. They're going to get whatever bottle sales. They're going to make their money.
No, and it's funny because a good friend of mine who brought up all some of the points, he runs a venue, and he brought like, oh man, no more dance floor. And I was just like, to be honest, like
you didn't need it.
We've been talking about this forever on this podcast because of our exposure to LA, but like LA is very much like what dance floor?
What dance floor? Yeah,
that's not even a thing.
Yeah.
And two, I think this just kind of expedited us to where we were headed anyway, not just in the nightlife scene because that's what we know heavily, but in more intimate venues have had better parties realistically. Yeah. Any venues that have larger clubs has to settle for the crowd that they're bringing in, settle for risks, on who's going to bring the money.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, let's be honest, tons of drug dealers, tons of like dudes that just have money that they need
pimps and escorts,
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Everybody's got money that they need to let off the books, and so that revolves heavily in nightlife. And so now it's just about the elite of the elite will get to, depending on what area, what venue, things will change a little bit. And I think everybody just has to adjust. And same for, in the retail world, like malls were struggling. And now this is gonna only expedite us to what, where we were gonna end up anyway, which is the death of bigger venues, death of malls, like movie theaters. Like now they got to restructure their contracts. Like it's everything. So
it's going to be a great time for smaller boutique type stores.
Yeah.
Lounges, bars, like they're going to flourish, once this is all said and done.
Well, another thing we've been saying on this pod is if you're building a big club, it's not very smart. No. Even before this outbreak, because everything is it's smaller, it's more intimate. That's where you can drive a lot of people and still have people wanting to come back.
Yeah.
And that's where the energy is.
Yep.
But when you have a big club, you lose a lot of energy. It's hard to fill. You have to stress filling it. Even though it looks filled, you can still fit another 1,000 people in there.
Yeah. No, I mean, we laid off the topic out of respect to our peers and people that we're friends with that got let go. But like chaos didn't last long because of those reasons. The experience and the hospitality level, I think, suffers when you try to scale larger.
Yeah.
And you no longer have that special touch to make someone feel like their experience is, as great. So, we saw that in mega venues like that, and you got to have things set up a certain way or a certain clientele to be able to like live long enough to tell your story. So I think it's interesting. I'm honestly, it's funny as time has gone on, and I feel the same sentiment within all of us, but like I've really enjoyed this time and finding ways to recreate ideas and concepts. And
absolutely.
Yeah, I think because of what's going on, I'm more focused. And I hate to say it like this, but the timing couldn't have been better because I was in the transition of making more up-tempo stuff.
Yep.
So, and this was just like, all right, you got nothing else to do.
Right.
So you might as well just sit in your room and, make this shit happen.
Right.
And also, I didn't, this wasn't on the list, but a friend reached out to me and we checking in and all that. And he said, 2020 is a waste. And I said, and when the way he said it, like it hit me and it hit me awkward, and I repeated to myself, 2020 is a waste. Like you're looking at it all wrong, I mean, fine. You're looking for 2021 to do what you had on your agenda, but
Yeah.
it's not a waste.
Yeah.
Like you will never have a moment in time where you can pause what you're doing, still scrap up enough money to get by, and you have all the time in the world to focus on your craft or learn something new for 2021.
Yeah.
But if you're just gonna say it's a waste and chalk it up as an L and be depressed or whatever you're going through, you know, I think you're looking at it all wrong. This is a perfect opportunity to sharpen your tools and learn some new things. So, and you just got to be careful on how you say things, because what you say is the outcome. It's just your outlook on life.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, so yeah, just wanted to throw that in there.
I mean, that goes across all platforms, right? Like when you have a voice and you have a platform, like we're cautious of the things we say without trying to offend people. I had an interesting encounter in the middle of the night last night.
The Twitter, Mickey, you know what? You know what's funny? I always wonder about this.
That,
I woke up to it too, and it happened. This is like the second or third time that this always happens. Someone, DJcity will post our shit. Someone will respond to it in a negative manner.
Yep.
And Mickey's the one that responds to it.
Yeah, don't let me respond.
Yeah, Mickey is the one that responds to it, right? And not saying because we don't respond to it. I think it's just because it's usually later at night when we're not on, we either knocked out, not on social media, and that's when my man is a vampire. Yeah. He's awake and he's going. I'll wake up and I'll see it, and I'm fucking weak. Like I'm laughing my ass off, and I'm like, oh man. And I'm like, it's a good thing maybe I wasn't awake to see this.
Was that person from Europe?
Yes,
they're Italy. I think they're just lost in the translation.
Let me tell you something, man. I didn't learn this until we started touring out there. When they talk and even type, their accent, because their accent's so strong or their English is so bad, they come off like assholes. Right. All of them, but they mean well. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So they can say it's impossible or it's shit. Like they don't, the most part, they don't mean it that way. They they're limited on
I hear you for the most part, but this person said stop the bullshit.
Stop spreading the bullshit.
So I'm like,
but then what was his response?
My response?
No, his response was like, I was just having fun with, or her, whatever. I was just having fun, or it wasn't, you didn't need to take it that serious.
Yes.
Because to us Americans, with the way we use the language, that comes off like fuck you. You guys
How the
suck.
fuck else
that's what I'm saying.
does that come
it's
off?
hard to misinterpret that.
But to them, in their head, in the way they use the English language, they think it's cool. Like okay, kids call things trash right now, right? Like I had my godson say, oh, he's trash. And that's something we didn't use growing up, right? We just said, "Oh, he sucked."
You're a little older.
It's the same fucking thing, though.
No,
much,
but
right?
but when I hear something is trash, that means it's fucking garbage, like it's bad.
Right.
But he used it like it's just not that good. The way his definition of trash is,
like
it's not that
it's
good.
Mediocre.
Yeah, like it's mediocre. And so when he was talking about this ball player, I'm like, what's wrong with you? So my point is, there can be a disconnect with the language.
You want a Hall of Famer?
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. But yeah, like sometimes the Europeans they
He's
don't
watching
mean
The Last Dance. Like, what is this?
Slap the shit out of him. Wait,
man, Danny Age was trash.
Respect the elders. Oh man.
Yo, but yeah, I mean, look, I'll be honest. What if top 5 things I like to do is comment back. Or
I thought it was entertaining.
I always go for entertaining. I try not to be a complete asshole. And it ended in a nice matter.
Yeah.
But
they're just looking for a reaction.
But when you like your own tweet, bro, like,
you an asshole for that.
Yo, it's the same people who like their own posts. Like, come on, man.
Killing themselves.
You don't need that extra like.
Hey, man, this post so nice. I'm gonna like it myself.
But you got to be careful on what you say, because
self-love.
You're gonna rub people the wrong way and you're gonna put out the wrong message, unless that's what you want. Unless you want people to know this is who I am. I'm here to say this and take it or leave it, hate it or love it.
Let me ask y'all this.
Yeah.
When we talk about, platform etiquette.
Yeah.
How many times, if you did this, how many times you did, if you ever did it, how many times did you do it? You were about to post some shit.
Oh my God, you read my mind.
And you were like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do it. Yeah. Like you thought about it and you were like, no.
Listen.
Sure.
No.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like,
when I know when to stop, it's when I get when I'm in the midst of saying it in my head or in the midst of doing it, and I get this my brain does a hiccup or does like a spin, like literally like makes my eyes want to do that.
Just
and then
curl.
and that tells me, that's like my inner being, my intuition saying, hey, don't do that.
Stop.
Do not, nothing good. And 10 out of 10 times, it's right.
Man.
I cannot do that.
I'll tell you right now, Joe's bag is something like, what happened to you in your childhood? What happened when you were growing up? That this is your response. That's Joe's bag right now.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah. No, I want to dig deep. Why are you feeling like this?
What happened to you as a child?
Were you not loved? Tell me about your best friend
Who
growing up.
mistreated you?
Who hurt
Who
you?
hurt you?
hurt you.
Now, were you the bully or the one being picked on?
Oh man.
Did your first girlfriend walk out on you?
Yeah.
That's what Justin.
I want to do a deep dive when you come at me. Let's talk
But
about
I love
this,
it
man.
when Joe goes on his rants on Twitter.
Joe goes on rant?
Yeah, he'll have his little time.
They're not
He'll
rants.
just sit.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Oh,
Yeah.
We cleared that up. They're
Oh, we
not
did.
rants.
Wait,
We-
I'm
we
sorry.
give it
I'm
that.
sorry. Excuse my
I
ignorance.
just,
What do we
it's
call
just
them?
observations.
Joe had,
Voicing my
yeah,
observations.
Joe had a couple moments.
I've had them, but in recent
times,
days,
we're calling
it's
them
been
observations. All right.
observations. Yeah.
Got
Look,
it.
man, I'm not one to be like, there's a lot of cats that live and die on Twitter, and more power to you, but I'm not on Twitter like that with a lot to say. So
Clearly, we've seen social media burn a lot of people. And regardless if it's recent shit that they post or shit that they posted even in the past,
yeah.
Yeah.
that people are digging up. Like,
I mean,
it's unfortunate. So, for example, right? They put out Black Mirror. You guys watch Black Mirror on
No.
what you call it?
I heard
No?
it's good.
Black Mirror is dope.
Yeah.
You watch Black Mirror.
Yeah, you
Black
know,
Mirror's
They-
your phone, right? Is being on
computer
your
screens, yeah, all that.
Yeah.
okay.
It tells a bunch of different
makes
type
you
of
put
stories.
a sticker over your camera on your
What you
laptop,
call it?
right?
Yo, man, listen, yeah, it's gonna fuck you up. But they want to release. They made a season 6. They wanted to release it, and they put out a headline basically saying like, we're not gonna we halted we put a hold on releasing season 6 because we don't think the public is ready for it.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
is like mentally.
Like,
Yeah,
and I'm just saying,
in
and
the
people
right
were like,
mental
"Yeah, we
state.
are," and I'm like, "Nah, your society is sensitive as fuck right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, they're sensitive as fuck. Everything you get offended by."
The first episode would be about a coronavirus.
Exactly, and
And then
everyone's gonna
everybody
be
would be
hot.
like, oh,
Everybody's
yeah.
gonna be hot.
Yeah.
So it was just like, no. But bring to the point, it's just like you literally have to watch what you put out there because
Yeah.
someone's gonna have something to say negatively. You know what
Well,
I
I
mean?
mean, there's just so much stuff on the internet. Like,
Oh yeah.
I think going back to like what you were talking about, just when you reconsider tweeting or posting
Post some
something,
shit.
like I've probably canceled 100 times more than I've posted what I posted because in my head, I'm going to, all right, number one, how am I coming off here? Number two, what are they going to say? Then I know I'm going to say something back because I have to have the last word.
Yeah.
Like, that's where my head's at. And I'm like, okay, now I'm officially exhausted already. And I haven't even posted it yet.
Yeah.
So I'm just not going to do it. Because even if I'm right, because I'm already in my head looking and reading what they're saying. And sometimes I want to be like, well, if you were such a fucking dick, then you would probably gig more.
Yeah. Sure.
But then what? Like,
Yeah.
Where's that gonna get us?
What do you get out of
What's
it?
the risk reward here?
Yeah.
Exactly the way that Jordan questioned his doctor when his foot was broken, and they said, "Hey, there's a chance that you'll never play forever, but it's 1 out of 10."
yeah.
You're right. And then if there's 10 pills in a bottle and one of them could kill you, well, how much does my fucking foot hurt? Well, it's just at this point, it's like, what am I?
Said how if you had a headache and there's 10 pills and there was one pill that could kill you, and Jordan said, "Well, it depends on how big the headache is."
Yeah, right.
My man.
Yeah, love that energy. But at the end of the day, like, what am I gaining by sunning or putting somebody on to their thing problems, and then I'm involved.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think those people will be fine if it's like whatever, if what's on the line is their job or relationships or whatever it is. I mean, obviously there's a handful of things on the line. I honestly think in the long run they'll be fine. They can chalk it up to oh man, I was going through it. You know how it was with the quarantines. People handle it differently. I'm not making excuses for them. I'm not justifying anything for them. But we live in an era where there's other things that factor in that will make us say, don't worry about it. It's okay. You're good. You'll be fine.
I mean, it's because the reality is the best DJs aren't getting the best gigs, period. Like, it's one of those unique things in our world, our category, where not the most qualified are getting the most qualified work.
That's life, though.
Yeah,
that's life.
No, that's life.
That's life. You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to like downplay that, but I'm just saying that happens in every industry, whether it's entertainment, corporate, whatever. Like, there's always going to be someone that you're better than,
right? That
is getting the job that you potentially want, or whatever goal that you're trying to reach.
Yeah, somebody knows somebody. Someone's related to somebody. Somebody's whiter.
And when they are lashing out at you, I think it's more about them. It's more about them being upset with themselves and not being able to get to that level, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And they're just taking it out on you.
Yes. I always say people got to take personal responsibility and accountability for like the shit in their lives and what's going on. But there is a small portion of that that's out of their control that they can't control. And you just like, you just have to, like, at the end of the day, you have to just play the cards you're dealt.
Yeah.
Yeah, but my counter to that is you can control it by creating.
You can change your mindset. Absolutely. That's what I'm saying as far as taking accountability for your shit.
But if you're constantly spewing and flexing to prove a point, like for the empty pursuit of I'm dope or props or whatever it is that you're looking for, you're constantly in a state of resistance. And if you really want to get to where you want to be, you can't be in that state of resistance. You just got to accept the way things are and create a different path, as opposed to constantly, oh yeah, well look at me now, or y'all ain't doing it like this, or your club ain't taking care of you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you're constantly in a state of resistance. You're not going to evolve. You're just going to continue to bump your head against the wall because you're going to see someone else doing it bigger and better, or having bigger and better opportunities. You're going to be like, fuck, still not enough. I still got to prove my point. I still got to prove myself.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. And on the same token, like, you just got to always be prepared for when that door finally opens.
Exactly.
It opens, but you're
stay ready. You never got to get ready.
The only person in the way of that door. So,
yeah.
You know.
Yeah, you're in the way of that door.
Figure it the fuck out, I guess. And
yeah.
That goes across every category. So,
speaking of people that haven't figured out, we had a nice little meeting with Styles.
Yeah.
On Zoom.
Shout out to Styles Davis.
He gave us a nice walkthrough.
What do you mean? People who haven't figured it out?
Have it figured out.
Oh, I was like, damn, we segueing into Styles like that? Shit.
Come on, man. You know, Styles
Styles
is on it. Yeah, so we had a nice little walkthrough from the Beatsource link.
Yeah, that was dope.
For those that don't know, we're going to sooner or later enter an era of streaming music in the club as opposed to downloading and playing it.
Look, we're going to say this the nicest way possible. All you record pools are going to die.
Including DJcity.
A slowly painful death. That's what we're just going to say. You just take a knee. Throw in the towel now.
Well, get your money now. Shit.
But take the lead, yeah.
Yeah, so Styles gave us a walkthrough on Beatsource. Right now, there's a 30-day trial, a free trial to stream all the music that you want, and you basically load it in the record box. There's playlists
all
for you.
All the music that's on Beatsource.
Oh, I'm sorry, all the music that's on Beatsource. That's what I mean by all the music you want. And they're still loading up. But the thing is, it's not just a song by Joe Schmo. It's like it's music curated for the club.
Yes.
So it's focused, and yeah, you stream your music from Rekordbox. You don't have to download anything, and it's it's compatible with Pioneer because that's what they're linked with.
It's on Rekordbox. Anything you can play on with Rekordbox, you'll be able to connect with and link with to kind of connect other people that are listening or watching this. Anybody who has experience with connecting SoundCloud or Tidal to their Serato, it's the exact same connectivity,
but
better because
quality.
I've messed with Tidal a bit. Music quality wise is great, but there is some lag. And then I think my experience with just like saving cue points has been kind of a process.
Yeah.
But with this new addition from Beatsource, not only is it, there, but you also have the ability, depending on what plan you pick, to have 50 to 100 songs offline.
Be able to play offline.
And, and this is just a way for you to support your already strong DJ library.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I think the best way that it's been described to us is, where we're headed and where this all started. When we all met, we were all carrying records. Yes, we've been DJing long enough where we had a record collection.
Motherfucker.
And I just found my record collection, by the way, fellas, in
Hey.
storage. Immortal Technique signed an album. I forgot. That's tight. Anyway, but we've had vinyl, and then music industry went into CDs, right? And then we all had those large CD books in our cars, and then we went into the MP3 era with iPods and whatever MP3 players. You had a Zune thing.
Always the outcast.
Yeah.
Always.
I always stood out. Danger's an originator here.
Always.
And then that's right.
Purposely wants to go against the grain.
Give more, please.
Why are you swimming against the current?
You gotta flow like my hair.
Tell me if
You gotta
know
flow
one
like
other
my hair.
Person that actually bought that shit though. Like,
Exactly.
how much did you pay for it?
I'm surprised you don't have an Android. Shit.
I know convenience. I know convenience.
and so obviously, DJcity being ahead of the game always, for those that don't know, they started out selling records online and then evolved into an MP3 digital pool.
Yep.
One of the first. And then with the evolution of just the way technology is going, man, like everybody's going offline, and being able to stream is a really big deal. And so this is the next step, and whether we like it or not, we're going to continue to
You better
evolve,
jump ship.
and keep up. Yeah, and we're just going to be able to stream. So
Look, man, you might as well get on it now. You might as well figure it out now, because it's something that's going to happen. And I noticed the cue points are not the cue points, but the controls are a little different. The hotkeys are a little different. You might as well get used to it now.
for Record Box,
Yeah. But you can manipulate it how you want. You can use others' playlists. You can take their playlist and put it in yours. We probably shouldn't say too much because we don't want to confuse people, but it's definitely worth checking out.
Yeah, definitely
Beatsource.com.
check out that 30-day or free trial. And I mean, the good thing about Beatsource and why it's going to be better than those other stream platforms that have been an option, like Miki was saying that he's been using Tidal or whatever, is that because Beatsource is designed for DJs.
right?
So you when you get your track and your streaming, it's going to be already set with cue points.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're going to have BPMs already set, et cetera, all that stuff. So you're going to be good to go. And that offline mode is a game changer.
Yeah.
And one thing they said that this just has to do with clearance issues, but they're trying to, at some point, they're going to create 8-bar intros and do what they can, just like you would see on DJcity. It's just a matter of getting the record labels on the same page.
Right.
And in regards to bootlegs and remixes, that's a no for now. But our Jefe Phenom is always in meetings trying to figure this out with the labels, and Beatport, who's part owner of Beatsource. So that can be at the end of the year or next year or somewhere down the line, but it will eventually happen.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and that's what DJcity is still around for, number one record pool in the world.
You'll still be downloading music for the next
Shameless
few years,
plug.
so
Right.
you're fine. But when it's figured out, you'll start to see the change, the change of phase and all that.
And all the hardware and different software that this is going to become standard with.
Yeah.
So keep an eye out for all the new equipment that'll already come with the ability for you to just log in, and now you won't even need a memory card or
Now that equipment is evolving, do you guys think that more DJs are going to pop out of the woodwork?
Of course.
Yeah,
What?
it's just,
I don't have to actually download the songs. All I got to do is just have it streamed onto my software.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Jesus fucking Christ.
Bro, you'll be able to, think about
That's
it.
crazy to think about.
If and when Serato DJ integrates with Beatsource, right? And you got Tidal and you got SoundCloud, right? Let's just say, hypothetically. And then the technology evolves where you're connected to good Wi-Fi all the time or hard linked, whatever. And you just pull up to the club and you just log in your shit or into the CDJ, however the technology is at that point. Imagine Like you literally could just search for shit at all times.
I think it might backfire for some cats. You know what I mean? And obviously, it's all about your approach. When you utilizing this stuff, but I think it's going to make a lot of lazy DJs.
Shit, it's like when you go to the restaurant and the menu too big. You know what I mean?
It might be a little bit.
The same thing at Cheesecake Factory.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I get the same thing every time.
I know what I want.
I think it's going to. I honestly think it's going to. I think it's going to leave. It's definitely going to leave a lot of DJs. I think it's going to make a lot of DJs lazy because think about the preparation that it takes for you to go through a set, right? When you have to physically download a song.
Right.
It forces you in a sense. It's the same. It's similar to when you go record shopping. It forces you to learn that song.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When you have to go through the trouble of going to a site, downloading it, placing it to wherever you keep your music, going through that whole process, it forces you to listen to that song. Now, if I don't have to listen to the song because they're already providing the hottest 100 songs that are being played in the club, it's not the 100 hottest songs on the Billboard charts. It's the hottest songs being played in the club by other DJs. So you know what I'm saying? Now they're gonna be like, well, fuck it. I ain't got the work is already done for me. You know what I mean? I think that's gonna make a lot of lazy DJs. And again, certain DJs obviously will have a better approach and not do that shit. But a lot of DJs are gonna get sloppy. A lot of DJs are gonna get. So I'm like, hey, it's gonna filter out the scrub ones.
Two things.
Yeah.
Creators will create.
Yeah, absolutely.
So they're that'll separate those guys from the other guys. And you will get your creative sets. Number two, it's those songs that aren't in the top 100 that also separate you. Because that's the big picture. We're talking about club bookings, right? Most of the time, we're talking about what can get you a club booking. So if you're just playing the top 100, or if you're stepping outside the top 100 and you're mixing in different tracks to create a vibe, and the booker and people are realizing he's playing a bunch of hot shit that's not on the radio, and it's just, it's the same thing now. We're always looking for tracks that'll separate us or ways to separate us. We're always looking for ways to separate us. So that's tracks and that's selection.
Yep.
So yeah, there's a lot of lazy DJs now.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean?
And I feel like it's gonna be more.
I don't know if much is going to change in that regard, because the ones that want it will get after, and even the ones that have the best bookings and are just like, man, I can kill somebody and still stay booked. They're going to do what they're going to do. Yeah,
I hear you and I understand. And that's the DJ's approach. The DJ's always going to be like, I want to be different from the other DJ by doing X, Y, and Z. Yeah. But as a booker, if I'm someone who's just like, yo, I just need the person with you. And you're absolutely right. Not all bookers are like that. But again, not all bookers are thinking that in depth of like following their DJs and seeing who's being creative and who's not doing that. A lot of bookers don't care about that. They care about you going up, you're following, and if you could play whatever's hot right now. Yeah. And I think that's what's going to be a lot of those. And it follows back to what we were talking about with
the bitter DJ on Twitter.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
But that's happening. I mean,
I'm saying that's happening now, but I think it's going to evolve. Yeah. It's going to fluctuate more because of now that the work is being done for them. Right. I can see that happening is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's going to happen for a fact. Right. But I can see that happening.
Well, there's a funny example because recently, and I'm gonna say for my personal self, I'm mad that this happened, but for the world, it's a good thing. Serato gave access to their Play plugin, right? Like to be able to like DJ without having to be connected to anything. That the plugin.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the one you have to pay like what, Play? Like $80 or something like that.
No, it's like $20.
Oh okay.
I paid for it.
Yeah.
But now it's free.
Okay.
Like you get it for free. And I was talking to Sean Dickerson, who books and has a party, Sadiq.
Yep.
It's really popular.
Yeah.
And he hit me up and we chopped it up and I sent him the link and like a little like Serato like shortcut thing. And then 2 nights later, he's like blending some Sade records and some other records. And I'm like, damn, man, your blends are good. Like
syncing them?
I mean, maybe, probably. I would think so. But
doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Like it gives everybody the ability to be able to do whatever they want. I'm like, dude, by seeing you and hearing the way you're selecting and what you're playing, and even with your lack of experience, quote unquote, as a DJ, like selectors can literally go press sync, use that software, not have to touch shit, and they could probably run through the whole night and you'd be in a good vibe.
Yep.
I wouldn't doubt Sean could do that.
I mean, Sean can
Well, I'm
DJ
getting-
right now.
Yeah, I'm getting lessons.
Oh, all right.
I'm official.
Sean trying
But
to,
I mean, but that
trying
brings
to
me
get
to
in
my
my
point.
pockets.
Now, I don't think anyone.
Stay out my pockets,
I
go
think
ahead.
Sean, based off what we know about him, he appreciates the culture,
Yeah.
and so he's doing
justify
it.
for him. Don't protect him.
He does. I'm assuming.
grace for y'all.
I'm assuming. No, I'm not saying this Sean. I'm talking about Sean Dickerson.
see?
Oh,
Yeah. I'm saying Sean Dickerson. He has an appreciation for the culture, for the DJ culture,
Oh, yeah, his
and the
education
nightlife or
and
whatever.
music knowledge.
So he's
Yeah.
doing it more so because of out of passion and love for music. Like he's like, yo, I wanted to see it. He's not going to be like, oh, I can do this. I'm going to go try to take these motherfuckers' jobs and shit like that. No, I don't think someone like that
Hey,
would do
but
it.
if I was running a party, I'm thinking less overhead. Fuck y'all. I'm a businessman, man. P&L, baby.
Exactly. My point exactly. You know
Net
what I'm saying?
profit.
Listen,
Shout out to all the promoters turned DJ.
Hey, why am I
Smart.
going to pay? Why am I going to pay this DJ who does all the work, gets creative,
Yeah.
thinks outside the box, but with that comes with a price, and
Right.
it's probably a hefty price, as opposed to the DJ who can come in, hit stream
Yeah.
on their software, and it pops up, and you're like, cool. Like Miki said, I can put 2 songs up there, hit that sync button, and I can create a vibe.
Yeah.
and we can get a party going.
It just hit me. Is that really just a Hollywood thing where the promoters turn DJs? I don't hear about that anywhere else, or it's very, very,
No, I
very
don't know.
rare.
I think it still happens. I mean, bookers and promoters become friends with DJs. They're around it enough. Eventually, one day they want to take a picture with the headphones and the hand on the CDJ, and then you're like, "Oh, this is how you do it." I mean, think about it.
Like I get it, but I'm just thinking of all the places I travel to, or the cities, and it's just like, no, this seems like you're a booker, you're a promoter, you run VIP, and you're the DJ. Like not all that in one, but I'm saying everyone is separate. Like no one it does. I don't see any crossing over into DJing. If so, it's like outside of Hollywood. It's very rare because I can think of like 5 people in Hollywood who are promoters turned DJ, or even vice versa.
I mean, you can name strippers that turn into DJs.
I think
You can
Borges,
name.
Everybody
Borgor
turns it.
used to
Listen,
be a promoter. I
We
think.
got to flip the script on them, man. We got to do that. We got to do what they do. We, as DJs, we got to start throwing our own shit.
You'll be a stripper.
Well, shout out to Butch. Butch started out as a DJ, and now he's like a DJ.
Well,
slash
yeah, I was
And
VIP.
that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
He's,
Yeah.
you know,
And just start doing it, like you're saying, like the promoters turning into DJ. Maybe we're like, fuck it. All right, cool. We can start our own. We gonna start the MikiDz, night or whatever it is, and just be like, all right, cool. Kind of like how we handle the globalization mix.
yeah.
People that we cool and we think that are talented in our eyes or whatever. Yo, we throwing this party. We got this party now. We want you to be a part of it. We
Yeah.
got this budget.
Well, I've always been an advocate of just like, let's say a nightclub in Hollywood only wants to pay you $750, right? That's high for LA.
For LA, that's
Yeah,
extremely
high.
high. Yeah.
But then let's just say, all right, let's go with 500, right? And that's like
That's average.
norm,
Yeah.
right? Average for a headline set.
Yeah.
And then you're like, but I'm worth $750, right? But they're like, we want to pay $500, right? I would advise a DJ, because I've done this before, and if I know that this is a venue I can bring clientele to or bottle service to, typically promoter gets 10% of their bottle sales. That's what I hear.
Yeah.
10 to, if they're a partner, they're going to get more, right, of the night. So take 400 if they said they're willing to pay 5, and then give me the 10% and treat me like a promoter of what I bring.
Yeah.
And if I don't bring nothing, you're paying me less.
Yeah.
But if I come through and my people spend money, now you got an ability to make $750, $800, $1,000.
Yeah, that's a great approach. But I feel like if you do that, then why not like just put your own shit together and have that person come to.
Well, because
own shit.
I'm talking about selling 2 or 3 tables, not the whole club.
No. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, let's say you just do it on a smaller scale. You be like, listen, I got this more intimate joint. You know what I'm saying? And you can sell. Your personal self can sell. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
2 or 3 tables, right? And then if you get someone else involved in it, it's almost like you'll probably come out on top more than if you would probably did with other. And again, it's
But
it's
more
just different way
overhead,
what you call it.
more energy.
Absolutely,
more
100%. But knowing what you're capable of doing,
Yeah.
and you can probably handle
For
a
sure.
lot of the responsibilities that need to take the run of the night.
For
You
sure.
can just be like, fuck it. You know what I mean? I don't think a lot of DJs, and I could be speaking out of term, I don't think a lot of DJs, one, have that mindset or are even willing to do some shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, because, you know, the mindset of a DJ is, I'm not a promoter, I'm a DJ. I just want to create the vibe.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to sell tables. I don't want to have people come through the door and shit like that.
Most DJs don't even want to shake hands. They just want to show up, play music.
And they just want to play music. So you know what I mean? So that, I feel like they're not even thinking about that. They're like, I want my 750. I don't want to settle for 500. I want my 750.
Yeah,
so
but the world is changing, and you got to fucking keep up. Because then what?
you got to evolve or die.
I don't want to sell tables. Well, guess what? We can only have 50 people in this venue now, so you better bring something else to the table. Because if their people occupancy level is going to go down, guess what? So is your pay.
Oh yeah, the pay is dropping.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't think that you're getting the same shit that you was getting when before this all started.
Right.
The pay is dropping.
Yeah.
Places I've heard so many people saying, I have to close my spot. I got to close my spot. I got to close this spot. Or,
And without a vaccine,
Oh.
gonna be like this for a while.
Well, let's not get into the vaccine talk because that's controversy. And we got a platform, and I don't want to get into conspiracies, but it could take over our conversation. But
yeah.
I mean, look,
Moving on.
yeah. I was just gonna really quickly say, like, people. I've had some whispers, and going into this phase 2, right? Like, retail is a part of it. So Mag Park, where we shoot our podcast, it's we're a clothing and footwear store. And everybody's, oh man, you must be excited to open back up on Friday, right? Which is tomorrow, because that's when we're allowed to be open. Well, guess what? Like, number one, I don't even know what the new regulations are until tomorrow.
Y'all don't look like you're ready to open.
Well, let me explain that to you. We don't know what the hell we gotta even do to be able to be open. Number one. Like, number two, I'm sure as heck not gonna put my staff at risk out the gate without some sort of a game plan of preparation.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be open every single day and be put at risk with people walking in with masks on. Yeah. Like, with valuable inventory everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Like, there's already, people who believe in no chase policies at malls. Not this store, by the way. So if you try some, I'm coming after you.
Yeah.
And my mile is getting faster, people.
Yeah.
So
Hey.
I will find you. But with all that being said, like, there's going to be a process, For us, I'm already like, look, curbside pickup, or we're just going to be open 2 to 3 times a week.
Yeah.
And only X amount of hours. It's going to be super monitored.
Yeah.
Like, it's in baby steps. We're taking baby steps.
Yeah, because they don't release what the requirements are until tomorrow, right? Like the actual, or have they released them already?
No, they won't. No, they haven't released anything. And that, I believe we're expecting it tomorrow, and then everybody else will kind of apply. We, as a company, decided to make a mess for the sake of reorganizing everything and taking this time as a reset button.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This whole upstairs has now become our studio at this point. So we'll get into all that. But I'm on day 21 of running a mile a day.
Let's go.
Just ran my mile before we started recording.
Let's go.
And part of the last couple of days that I've discovered is being able to share, because everybody would always ask me, oh, like, what shoes are you running in? Or what did you listen to? Like, what are things, heavy or set people like myself who they've hit me up and they're like, yo, like, I have back problems when I go run, or like, how do you find the motivation, right? Because this shit sucks. And fortunately, like, the last couple of days, I've started to put out this layout where I'm always going to highlight a mix, and I'm going to put my time and that I've done the run.
Mm-hmm.
Some really dope mixes out there recently.
Yeah.
Danger put me onto one.
You was posting a lot of people's mixes.
I'm trying to switch up every day. I'm listening to something else. I'll give you your flowers.
Yeah, he listened to an old mix of mine.
An old one called The Hook King. Prophesizing dangerous future of being, never mind, escort talk. But no, Rell has a really dope mix. Check it out. It's The Hook Kings a couple years ago. It's all hooks.
It's all hooks.
Aren't you on the intro, Sean?
That intro is hilarious.
Yeah, he is on the intro.
Ignorant Sean?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
He basically said every DJ
gotta turn it
shit.
off. I did.
Yeah, and that stop ruining my vibes. You're killing me.
Because Sean be like, because Sean got this thing, he go to the club and he be like, bro, This DJ ain't it, bro. This DJ ain't it. I say, yo, you spoiled because you were constantly around.
Yeah.
You came up around DJs and you've adapted to liking the way they
I've
do
been
their
in the
things.
spot and I've been like, let me get on my phone and I'm texting one of y'all.
Like, yo, this DJ ain't it.
Ass.
So that's where that intro came from, like him saying all that shit.
But big ups to Double Down. They've had new mixes every day.
Every day since we started this.
Yeah. The recent one that I was a big fan of was Kaz.
I just listened to that this morning.
Yeah, and
I said on this pod months ago, if the Dre Sinatra question, if you can have any DJ's laptop or music library, who would it be?
Yeah.
And I threw Kaz in there.
Yeah.
And I'm doubling down on that because I thought the first 50 minutes of the hour mix was like shit you're not gonna find just anywhere.
Yeah.
Like it was a really nice selection. It was like SoundCloud. Shit you can only find on
He
SoundCloud
has
or
some
Bandcamp.
dope
or,
remixes on that shit.
and that's a type, and you probably can't play that anymore. He's from Miami, so I'm sure he has his venues and day parts where he can get that off. But a lot of those songs you really can't play anywhere, and it's just a dope vibe to have in the background or while you're running. So shout out to him. I mean, that was a great.
He ended it with some trap shit. That was
Then once he got into the baby,
okay, he got into some trap shit at the end.
Whatever it was like, bop. I was like, all right, I know where you're going. And then he gave us all that.
No, it was a great mix. I got to listen to it last night.
Yeah,
put up my best time to his mix.
Nice.
Yeah.
That was
After
good.
we got off the phone and you said, I'm not about to do my best time?
Yeah, that was even funnier to me. Because I was like, I heard, because the app tells you what your time is at the halfway mark. And when she says 4 something, I was like, oh, whoa, hurry up.
Hey.
Get the peppy step. That was a dope mix. Shout out to Jason Weiss. Yeah, he had a boy band mix.
I appreciate that it's doing the Jackson 5.
Yeah,
some of those that are technically boy bands, but you wouldn't say that's a boy band.
Right.
You call them a group.
Because you think of that 90s poppy era. But yeah, no, it is a boy band.
Technically a boy band.
So,
Did he put some Temptations in there then? Or some 5 Heartbeats? He didn't go that far back.
One mic band?
Well, Jackson 5, I think is the furthest he went. Can you feel it?
Yeah. No, he had a great mix. And then around the same level of what you were saying about Kaz, shout out to Night Train. And actually TFTI family, Omar and Christina. They had their TFTI.FM on SoundCloud, and Night Train did what looked like the first one.
I think it was the first one, yeah.
Yeah. And he had a nice eclectic collection of edits and remixes and just cool shit that you don't really get to hear.
Night Train got a nice little ear for a young boy. Boy, I tell you.
Yeah.
Got a nice little
Does his research.
Yeah. No, he did it.
He got good upbringing.
Got some older brothers.
I'm not going to say no because he's going to keep saying that I son him and it won't even go into that. But
that you son him?
Yeah, that I son him all the time. He said, give it about 5 more minutes and he's going to son me.
Yeah, speaking of sunning, I just thought about the last thing I said to Styles when we got off of Zoom.
What'd you say?
He said, after he showed us the Beatsource link, he's like, yeah, so that's it. How's everything else going? You guys still doing the pod? And I said, yeah, thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening.
Like, yo, you're part of the company that cuts the checks. You don't know that we still do the pod.
He said, man, I ain't got time. And then at the beginning of the conversation, he said, man, I ain't got nothing but time but to do shit like that. I said, I looked at this motherfucker. I was like,
I just thought my sassy.
I just took it as like we haven't said anything controversial enough to be in his radar, so maybe that's a good thing. Who knows? But
we're playing it too safe. Is that what he's saying? Is that what he's saying? We're playing it too safe?
Yeah, maybe we got to just talk some more.
Maybe we can start hitting send on those posts instead of deleting them.
Fuck it, let it ride. Let it ride.
We should have a week where we just be like, regardless of whatever we start typing, we just gonna just commit to it and post it.
You think there was ever somebody in like the 80s or 90s that like wrote a letter and they try to find the letter before it got to the person?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
They chase that shit down.
Absolutely.
Like, bitch,
At
you
all
didn't
costs.
return my letter. Da 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 da. And then she goes, "Oh, I was with my mom and she was sick. Now you got to go beat the mailman. Just
Isn't
like you're looking
isn't
for a
that a
report
movie?
card.
There's something.
What's it called? Road Trip or some shit like that?
Oh, that was the tape Euro Trip. Not Euro Trip. It was one of those movies.
It was like Road Trip or some
you gotta
shit.
get to
He
somebody.
sent his girl some tape that he didn't want her to see.
Smashed the girl
He smashed
on.
another chick. and it was he
It's like one of them
videotaped
American Pie joints.
It was something like that. Yeah,
Well, not American Pie, but
it was
I
something
think
like
John
that.
William Scott was in it.
Yeah, I think he was in it. Yeah. But that it was like that. He chased it down and he got to it before
remember that movie.
his girl.
That's
could
a
see it.
skinny white dude
Yeah,
takes
DJ
down that big girl.
Uh-huh.
Or you gotta like delete something off the
He said, "I
voicemail.
boinked her."
He boinked her.
He
Yeah.
said,
yeah.
"What'd you do? Kill a cheetah?"
He got her underwear.
Big ass draw.
No body shaming.
Anyway,
Sorry, sidetrack.
Did you guys hear any new live IG lives? I heard Sprites. I sat through that for a while.
I missed Sprites because I thought it was on. I was told that it was going to be on Saturday. I
gotta
didn't
check
see
flyers,
his, I,
man. Why
I
did
didn't
you
see his
say it?
post. I would take responsibility because I didn't go check his post. I took somebody else's word for it, and he actually did it on Sunday.
Yeah.
And I was not available at the time that he was doing it. So
Why'd you
how
say-
was Sprite?
Why did you say you sat through it? That makes it sound bad.
Did sound like that, huh? Oh no, I enjoyed it. No, Sprite, he always
Nah, I
delivers. It
enjoyed
was
it.
very up tempo,
More energy, Joe.
disco, good energy.
Some cool edits in there.
Yeah, he's got his cutting,
He's
his
known for that. He's known
chicken
for his edits,
nuggets.
though.
Yeah, no, that I'm we're fans of Sprite, so that's an easy sell for us.
Anybody else's IG live you guys caught?
No one. I
Shout
don't
out to
think
Angie
anyone
V.
on there.
Her
Yeah.
numbers keep going up, huh?
She's doubling.
Man.
She had 42.
Listen, you know whose price is gonna go up when this is all over? Angie's. That's the
Yeah.
only person that's making more money coming out of this than she did going into it. I'm assuming.
As a DJ.
Oh,
Yeah, as a
We're
DJ.
assuming she plays her cards right.
Yeah, no, she's killing it. I gotta say, big ups to D Nice for sharing his platform. I've seen him
Oh, yeah.
put other DJs. I
I've
caught Stretch
caught-
Armstrong.
I
on
caught.
his.
I missed Stretch, but I caught Tony Touch, and I caught Clark Kent.
Oh yeah. Saw a little
Clark
bit of
Kent show was
Kent.
dope. Yeah,
Yeah.
Clark Kent show was dope.
And then he had a whole women DJ day,
Yup.
which was dope.
And now he's like, I guess what he does now is after his set, he'll tell you to go check someone else's IG that he knows. Because I know that he finished his After Dark, and then he sent everybody to MOS. I don't know if you guys know MOS.
Yeah.
MOS and Kiss. MOS literally, I swear to God, I think that he's doing a marathon because every time I open my IG, he is on live, bro.
Yeah.
And he's averaging 500 people.
Nice.
Right?
Yeah.
He's averaging 500 people. And I mean, he's in New York, so I've looked at my IG at like 12:30 our time.
No, he's in LA now.
Is he in LA now?
He's in LA,
Oh, okay. So then he's on our time then. Because I'm like, yo, bro, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. You still DJ? It's 4 in the morning over there. I assumed that he was still in New York. But I went to go check him out last night, and it was after D Nice's thing, and he told everybody else that boy's numbers was up there, boy.
Shout out.
His numbers was up there because people and you could see everyone in the comments. D Nice sent me.
Yeah.
I'm here because D Nice told me to come through, and I was like, oh man, that's dope.
I'm gonna go on a little sidebar just for the sake of entertainment here, but Bella Fiasco, I tweeted it was like 2-3 o'clock in the morning, which is my hours that I'm always up, and she tweeted something like, "Man, D Nice, God bless him, he's up," because she thought he lived in New York, and I was like, "Nah, he lives in L.A." And then she wanted to question it, and so I'm gonna just say this now, even though Danger doesn't really believe in the astrology part of things, but as an Aries, he's stubborn, so that's part of it. So
Proving my point.
proving my point even more so. But as a Gemini, we got a little crazy in us.
Is that half of y'all crazy?
Shout out to Kanye.
Gemini's always drop Kanye. Like that's their guy.
That's their guy.
The guy.
That's
the guy.
Gemini God.
Sure, you
guy.
want him to be your guy though? Like,
I mean, fuck it, I'll take it.
All right.
So I pull up a picture of D Nice's DJ setup, and then I highlight a building
Background.
behind him,
yeah.
and then I go on Google Maps, and then I zoom in on the building,
Jesus.
and then
Should be a PI, my nigga.
and then hold on, and then
Ozark.
check this out on Google Maps satellite version, right? Because you want to make it realistic. The building he lives in is still under construction. So then I said, "Oh, he must live."
So you found out where the motherfucker lives.
Oh yeah, I know a building, and I could probably assume what floor he lives on based on the height to like ratio.
Yeah.
And so I said all of this to Bella, and she's like, "Well, goddamn, you are a Gemini, you weirdo. Go to sleep."
Hey,
So I'm just saying, I don't know. I had a weird. You know what? I'll fuck it. I'm gonna say it because this is just we're here. This is a safe space.
Is it?
I once had a girlfriend, an ex-girlfriend, who when you break up, sometimes you gotta like send each. They want to pick up their shit, or you want to give them stuff that they had with you or whatever, right?
You don't want.
I throw that shit in the trash.
Well, most of them say just throw that shit in the trash,
Yeah.
right? But I had bought something. It was like this, like a fragrance, and it had her name on it because it's made that way with a name on it. And so I was like, yeah, I don't want that shit. Like, let me give it to you, right? And her response was, here's my parents' address. And I'm like, oh, that's sick.
How convenient.
Like, you really don't mess with me like that.
You disrespectful.
A couple months ago, I was slapping your ass. Now you don't even want me to know where you live? All right, bet. So she tells me to send it to her parents' address. And I'm like, all right, cool. And then she had sent me a picture of her new place. So on iPhones, I went to the text message. I saved the picture, threw it in my camera roll, scrolled up, and then I said, oh, isn't this your address? Because on iPhones, it tells you where the picture was taken.
Yeah.
And so based on her showing me her new spot,
Idiot.
I knew her address. And I was like, yeah, like, don't you want me to just mail it to you here?
Like, you ain't all that. Like,
Yeah, you gotta chill. It ain't that crazy.
You ain't that girl.
Right.
Here's
So,
my parents'
Let's not
house.
do that. But anyway, you should probably disable that feature on your phones, people.
Take your locations off.
Yeah. Especially if you're dealing
Especially
with,
if you're talking
dealing
to
with the
Mickey.
Gemini. Especially if you're dealing with the Gemini.
Yeah.
Man.
Danger, you had an interesting take on something.
Well, I put a question out there. Would you rather hit a home run or originally I said, would you rather hit a home run or would you rather dunk on someone or would you rather dunk? And then after getting feedback on whatever, I realized you got to compare hitting a home run to dunking on someone because you can say hitting a home run off a pitcher is like dunking on someone because there's two people involved.
Yeah.
So I put that question out there. What do you guys?
Wait, but first, let's just get to the point of your asshole comment after you asked the question, which was if you haven't done either, you don't have an opinion. But he saved it later.
I will open it up.
But he's right. As much as an asshole, I was like, yo, he's such an asshole.
That's
but I was
a
like,
dick-ass
but
comment.
he's right. I was like, you're right. You cannot indulge in this conversation if you haven't done both of them.
I should. Well, okay. Let me reword it then. What looks more fun to you? Hitting a
Okay,
home run.
if you didn't. That wasn't the original.
Can I reword it now?
Don't
I can't change
now.
that stuff.
You
Don't
can now.
redraft your post now.
I'm trying to give you.
I didn't
I'm
think it was an asshole
I'm
comment.
trying to give you the benefit of the doubt because what you said was what feels better, right? So in order to have an opinion or an answer or response to that, obviously you've had to experience it.
Well, it was for a specific group of people. The question clearly.
Clearly, it was.
But I'm
basically
opening up to
athletes.
everybody now.
So
What-
now
what do you
look
think?
better. Yeah.
What do you think would be more fun, dunking on someone or hitting a home run off someone?
If you're saying feeling,
What would you get more of an appreciation? Like,
dunking on someone? You dunking on someone?
Yeah.
Listen, I get the home run thing. Like, there's not, especially depending on what the scenario is. Your team going against the rivalry and all that
Grand
stuff.
slam.
Grand slam situation. Like, that's a great feeling. I'm not taking anything away. But dunking on a motherfucker? Oh, Lord Jesus. Just watching that shit is exciting. just
My man got out of his seat to tell you
yeah,
that.
man. Oh, my God. What Blake Griffin used to do to motherfuckers? Like,
yeah.
what
That's really
DeAndre
fun.
Jordan did to, who was it?
Oh, yeah,
Jason Terry? Was it Jason Terry?
Nah,
No, it
his
was
name.
someone-
LeBron did it on Jason Terry, but I know
but you know what I'm
DeAndre, the
talking
lob,
about.
yeah,
When he
like
lobbed that shit and
That
he,
guy's been dunked on a
crushed
few times.
dude.
oh my God.
Brevin Knight or
Brevin
something
Knight.
Like that. Yeah, that's his name.
It was a night.
Oh my God.
good night.
Listen.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Mickey?
I'm with him. I'm on the duck. I mean, I get it. Look, you come from a baseball background. I've at best hit a home run in Little League where there's no fence.
So it was probably an error.
No, so but see, but you
No
you
offense.
gotta
fucking
I think your answer might change because you changed the
what
thing.
a piece of shit.
Hold on.
We're playing at the same park, asshole.
That's the thing. Look, I can't tell you, and I'm sure I've been a victim of this too. I can't tell you how many parents have told me their kid hit a home run and they'll explain it to me. It's like, oh, so it went through the outfielder's legs. Well, that's not a home run. That's just an error, and that's at best a single. Or a double, at best a double.
It went over their heads, Joe.
If it goes over their heads, that's a home run.
I gotta fucking explain this shit. All right, this is my
Or
friend.
if it was thrown in and there was an error on the throw
known better.
and you advanced.
Well, I was gonna double down with I've hit a home run over a fence in fucking softball. Like,
well, that's a home
okay,
run.
Yeah,
That's
I've done
legit.
that.
that shit feels cool. But like,
Yeah.
like when we used to run 3s and 4s at my parents' house,
Yeah, with the rim lower.
and
With the rim low?
oh,
Yeah,
no,
that's fun.
come on, we had a whole summer with the Poly High School kids,
yeah.
just everybody dunking. You know,
Well.
one broken leg, but like everybody
The
dunking.
scarf from dunking on your rim.
But we were just always throwing down, dunk ball.
That's the time when everybody went to the paint.
Dunking.
Listen, yeah, you know,
Yeah,
you know
Sean,
what time it is.
Sean can literally.
You know
well,
what
at one
time it is.
point
No,
in his
Sean
life,
really dunked. Like,
when Sean was fresh legs back when he was 18, he literally jumped over me and dunked it. So that's a whole different.
We got the footage.
The footage is out there.
Man.
But
If you want the
I
footage, hit
would
us
say hitting a home run because, and you can throw in softball and little league and all that, but when you're facing a pitcher, and you don't know what's coming, it's not all fastballs, right?
right.
So there's a change of speed. So especially if you're hitting a curveball and you're not sitting on a curveball, you're sitting fastball and you just react curveball. Swinging a bat is nothing but a reaction.
Right.
So if you only a select talented few can in that moment react a specific way to whatever's being pitched.
Right.
And as opposed to someone who's just freakishly athletic and is just more athletic than the other guy. You don't have to be a 30-point basketball player to dunk on someone, right? You can get 2 points in that game and it can just be that dunk.
one dunk. Yeah.
And that there's nothing wrong with it.
Right.
But I'm just saying why it would be more satisfaction. I'd be more satisfied because I don't know what's coming and I'm just reacting to what this guy's doing.
You're a
And I
pitcher.
got to hit it over 300 feet.
You're a pitcher, and I would say that I enjoyed being a pitcher and striking out people more than I did getting a hit.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there are moments where right before I threw the ball, I knew
Gone.
this guy's
You're
gone.
outta here.
No
Exactly.
chance. Stands no chance.
Get him
and,
outta
and after throwing it, I'm walking off like Steph Curry shoots the three and walks
Turn
away.
around.
Like I'm already like walking off to the side because I
Walking
know
to
this
the
guy
ball.
doesn't
Yeah,
stand
yeah,
a chance.
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it was just a fun little debate for
You guys
athletes
see,
and non-athletes.
talking about athletes, did you guys see Dennis Smith Jr.? He posted a video of himself playing a defensive back. And he locked a couple of these players up, and they're all D1 athletes. D1 athletes, and one was an NFL tight end.
Yeah.
And he looked pretty good out
He
there.
is a freakish athlete.
That's what I'm saying. He
he's a
is.
freakish
But the
athlete.
comments, oh boy,
Yeah.
man. Someone was like, "Damn, I wish you could play lockdown defense like that on the court."
Oh my
my
god.
I was like, "Oh man, you
Yo.
set yourself up for failure posting this shit."
You can't
But-
be a famous athlete without catching some heat
Nope.
for anything.
Nope,
man.
that's why I said, man, watch what you post. Watch what you post,
anything.
man.
Content's content. Get it
Hey,
out.
listen. I mean, it was good. Like he was out there, and I was just like, man, like he looked like someone that could potentially play in the pros.
Yo, I seen a video from like the early 90s. They had a dunk contest for football players and baseball players. And it was Deion Sanders, Michael Irving, and like three other guys, I think Ken Griffey Jr., and like two or three other guys that were big names.
I know Mike Irvin was out there.
Yo,
giving
they
it to
were
him.
doing 360s and it was a legit dunk contest. You gotta find it on the interwebs.
I'm sure it's up
It's
there.
it's definitely worth the 2-minute watch. Like these boys were jumping, man. It was dope.
I saw Mike Irvin dunking in Longest Yard in that movie. I was like,
that's
shit,
right.
damn.
That's regulation. Goddamn,
Yeah,
man. He ain't young there
Yeah,
either.
like, he's not.
Yo, that's right.
Man, he was
Well,
banging on what you. I mean, granted, it was
Nelly
a-
was also going for 200 yards. So
Yeah, hey, true. Barefoot.
Nelly was nice. Nelly was nice.
Barefooted.
Greatest rapper
Slave
of all
feet.
time. He went diamond. I mean, come on.
Hey, man, listen.
speaking of all these sports things, do y'all catch the 4-year-old that hit a home run?
No.
No.
Bro,
All off a tee?
no. So
Underhand or overhand?
overhand. So his dad was D1 baseball player, or he played in the minor leagues.
Yeah.
Young guy, and the kid had gone viral because he was like smacking the shit out of like wiffle balls and whatever. It had a good swing when he was like 2 years old.
Yeah.
Right. And then fast forward, you know, they're in quarantine, they're working on his swing, and he's smacking balls like, you know, off of just like BP pause. and he's just this like, he understands the game, right?
Yeah.
Keeps his eye on the ball, whatever. And so he takes him out to the field, and they're just throwing some BP, and he like knocks one out the park.
Yeah.
And the reason why it all went really crazy too was because the way his dad celebrated, and you know, like they're like, yo, like this kid's been going hard, never forced him to go play baseball, like just always kept teaching him the fundamentals.
That's juice. The plastic Fisher Price bat juice.
Look, the little wiffle ball bat.
Man, you know, I'm about to pull this shit up because it was pretty dope. And so anyway, there was tons of comments, some like even from like Steph Curry, where it was like, man, like I need that kind of energy with my, like, you know, like dad goals and everything like
Riley?
that. Yeah. Riley.
Shit. Riley gonna look at you like, nah, dad, tone that
Here you
shit
go,
down.
Here you go. Here you go. Here you go. Well, that's the celebration.
And the bat flip.
The bat flip was epic.
Just threw it, wasn't he?
Oh
That was-
shit!
that
Like
was
he
a
on a
real
real
ball.
like
Yeah, look, you can see-
baseball
no,
field.
It's 100-something feet. Look,
Yeah, that's a little
watch
bit.
it reset right now. I already liked it. It'll reset right now. Angle it to Rell so we can watch it one time.
All right, here we go. Oh, he got that.
Oh yeah, he smacked that.
Yeah.
4 years old.
Yeah, nah, that's
Damn.
legit. Yeah. Good for
Anyway,
that kid.
we here in the front of the camera don't have children. Behind the camera, we got one. The
Like
youngest.
saying he has a child, not that he is a child. Yeah,
Right.
we wanted to clear that up for
Right,
people out
let's
there.
just clarify that. So he seems like a young dad. He's getting in. You know,
Yeah.
we're all kind of getting there in age. Like, I was just sharing with you guys. Like, man,
You
it'd be
said,
nice.
he said we all kind of getting there. Joe's there, my nigga.
No, yeah, Joe's there.
You old enough to be a parent too, man.
Yeah, I mean technically
We all are.
Okay then. All
I think
right.
we can all.
We all have been for the last 10 years, though.
We
But
all
listen-
have honorary medals for the pullout game. Okay, at this
Yeah,
age.
Listen,
Killing it.
what you talking about?
Hold on. First of all,
Baby
I
free
always
is the way to
argue
be.
This. I always argue this.
Not that you've lost. Okay.
Hold on, wait. And that's the thing. I always got to argue this because Rell always like, you can't say nothing. You have a kid. But my thing is, I didn't pull out. So we can end the argument there. As far as my title is concerned.
Again, I understand. I said I understand now. I
It's
get
meant to
that.
be.
I get that. It was just like he was just like, I'm gonna shoot the club up. But you still cannot partake in the conversation because you have a child. You cannot say my pullout game is strong
Yeah.
and then have a seed. My nigga, like that don't make sense.
You're just not in the game.
Yeah.
You just
like
you're not
it's
eligible.
You retired, bro. It's like, that's,
you weren't eligible to play.
I don't even know what to say to all that.
Yeah.
No, at all. All I was gonna say was like, man, I just really wish, I don't know, like, hypothetically, if I have a kid today, I would be 50 when he's 15.
Yeah.
Like, I would have wanted to give my kids buckets. Like, that was like, my dad.
you don't think you can give your child buckets at 50 years old?
No, at 50 for sure.
Yeah, because you a shooter anyway. So
Right. It has nothing to do
you
with
good,
everything else.
yeah.
Yeah, all right. You're right.
Joe, on the other hand,
I'm already dunking.
come on,
my godson.
Grandpa, let's go play.
You know he's only 2 years older than me, right? Or younger.
Younger.
He's older than you.
Younger.
Like,
He's 2
Younger.
years younger than me, bro. I think you got your shit all fucked up.
Listen.
Well, you be 52. So.
That's a whole different ball game, bro.
Well, you
That's
put
a
it
whole-
like
I
that.
heard after 51.
Yeah, that's a wrap,
Shit,
Listen
you're
here.
right.
bro. You see what 2 years do to you in that age. In that.
Anyway, no pressure to have children, boys? No? All right.
Me, nah. Yeah, I mean,
In due time.
yeah, definitely. One child for us.
I'm practicing on my godson. Fucking up with him.
I got two nephews.
I'll get it right for my kid.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not supposed to do that? Oh, okay. I'm making note of that. Make sure I won't do it on my own.
Noted.
No, but that's the thing, though. When it
Practice.
is your kid, you can do whatever the hell you want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't tell me shit.
Right.
Yeah.
It's my kid.
Right.
And you want to take him? Go ahead.
You shouldn't be letting your child watch that movie. Bitch, shut the fuck up.
Oh no.
You gonna feed him?
Exactly. Here, you take him.
Shit, his shoes as big as mine. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Oh, man.
Enough of the children talk. Speaking of giving buckets, you guys caught up with The Last Dance?
Come on,
yeah.
man. You know I'm on that.
Yeah, I thought it was fascinating how all those all-stars were talking about Kobe like he was just like, not like he was a chump or maybe more along the lines of just this kid is trying to like fuck this kid, but not really fuck this kid.
Right.
And it like the energy was, I'm established. I'm a fucking all-star. I've been in this league.
Right.
This kid ain't shit. He ain't going to come in here and put numbers on me. Now I get it. Mike's going to put him in this place, but the way everyone else was talking about Kobe, and it's like, and there's always, that's why like you can't be afraid to go and do what you have your mind and heart set out to, because there's going to be people talking initially and they're going to disagree with you.
Right.
Or disagree with your moves or what you're doing. Right. But eventually, if you play your cards right, you'll start killing shit, and then they're gonna think back, or it all started somewhere. And unfortunately for them, it started off with them talking shit about you.
Yeah.
Look what happened to Kobe 19 years later, one of the best to ever do it. They weren't gonna say that about him then.
Yeah.
They were just like, nah, fuck this kid, he ain't shit.
Well, it's third year in the league.
Crazy.
I mean, they were at that point, right, when they were talking about him in the 98 All-Star game.
Yeah.
And, MJ being, numero uno in the locker room was really putting it out there. Like, look, this kid's, he's going to go to work.
He's going to keep coming at you.
Yeah.
That's what they're saying. He's going to keep, he don't know when to stop.
Yeah.
Like it's a bad thing. I mean, when you got to figure it out like Kobe did,
I got MJ. I got Move. I got MJ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh, boy.
Sentimental, man.
Man.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
Crazy
those
time.
were two good episodes, those last two.
Yeah, definitely hooked on the series. It's been great. I love the way they're recapping all the different years.
I'm glad. I'm proud of Michael Jordan for showing that John Stock dunk. I didn't think he was going to do it.
Yeah.
The what dunk?
When John Stock dunked on him.
Oh, Starks.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, he got up.
Yeah.
That battle.
That little light skinned nigga was jumping out the gym, boy.
Bounce.
Yeah, I imagine a handful of those guys were asked to be in the documentary, and a handful of them were like, no.
Yeah.
I still
Charles
hate him to
Oakley,
this
was
day.
he in it? He was in it, right? He was.
I don't know if he talked.
No, yeah, he did because
brief second,
he had
he
to
did.
because they talked about when he was playing for the
But
early
he was
Bulls.
cool with Jordan initially.
Right.
Yeah, because he was on the Jordan team earlier,
First, right,
and then he
yeah.
came to New York.
I heard Reggie Miller after episode 1 and 2 on the Dan Patrick Show, and Dan asked him about being on. He said, honestly, I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to interview. I didn't care. Like he said, I hate Jordan. Like, and they asked. Dan said, well, what would you do if you ran into him? He said, I'd punch him. And Dan's like, come on, you wouldn't punch him. He's like, nah, I don't know. Like, look, man, we were so close. We had it. The NBA was favoring the Bulls at the time. So I'm still bitter. Like, I love the guys. I love all of them. Even the ones I got into with, but fuck them, So
Yeah.
he's and so that dude did interview because he was pressured to by the NBA. You have to do this. There's no way out. Just imagine the guys that don't have an affiliation with the NBA anymore. I don't got to do shit.
Yeah,
I ain't saying anything about that dude.
that's why they got Isaiah to do it. I was like, man.
Isaiah's still bitter.
I mean,
Shit, so is Jordan.
They're both still bitter.
Both of them. Shit. Yeah, you can ask. You can show me what he's going to say, but I already know what he's going
I
to say.
believe I was qualified.
I believe it was Popeye, but I just didn't. I
Had
don't know.
the right criteria.
I don't know
I
what
just
happened.
wasn't picked.
I don't know what happened. Hey, man, listen.
I wouldn't have picked
Soft-spoken.
Isaiah either, though.
But that's what, because, and that's
Oh, man,
what.
you going to take John Stockton over Isaiah
Yep.
if all that wasn't there?
Yep.
I
Fuck
think
no.
that's
What?
crazy. I think that's
All-time
crazy.
assist leader.
Yeah, but
For an All-Star game?
John Stockton.
Yeah, I
Dream
mean,
Team.
USA
Dream Team,
team.
excuse me.
Dream
Yeah,
Team.
Dream Team? I
We
don't
ready to
know.
go, baby.
I'm saying overall player.
but Isaiah was just as much of a passer as Stockton. Stockton was just known for passing. Isaiah could score better than Stockton. But whatever. Not our issue.
not our issue. Can't change the past.
Yeah. It's a great documentary, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited. I want to see this Pacer series. See what that's
gonna be a good
I remember
one,
that being a big thing. That's probably my fondest memory of Jordan was I remember watching that shit vividly.
I remember the Utah one too, though.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
It'll be good. Can't wait.
Did you guys do anything for Cinco? Did you make anything? Did you do anything out of the ordinary? Everyone was live. That's for damn sure.
Yo, everybody named Mama was live.
Everybody was on IG Live. And it was like aggressive.
Yeah.
Every time I would turn, I was like, damn. Every IG is like what do you call a Spanish soap opera?
Novela.
Yeah, it's like shit.
Someone put in our DJcity chat room. He said, "Hey, I don't want to offend anybody. So when on Cinco de Mayo, are you supposed to play Mexican music or Latino music?" And I was the first one to respond. There's like 100 people in that chat room, and I said, "Look, man, just play Uno. Nobody cares as long as there's Spanish in it. It's Cinco de Mayo.
The most disrespectful song.
I said, look, man, Cinco de Mayo is more celebrated by white people than anybody else. And this is more of a California thing probably, as opposed to like Philly or Connecticut or Michigan. But it is for white people to just throw on a sombrero and act ignorant in the most Hispanic and Latin way they can.
Yeah.
And the song is that soundtrack to that behavior.
Did you guys eat tacos on Cinco de Mayo?
Mama Danger went in, man.
She made some tacos.
You ain't call
You ain't call nobody.
We're quarantining.
So
what, nigga? Make me a plate.
Get a takeout. Yeah,
Takeout.
Bro.
Takeout.
Come on, man. If Kathy is cooking, you call us, man.
I brought home a bunch of food leftovers.
You don't care, bro.
And I brought home
Did you eat
5
tacos?
taquitos. Hold on. I brought home 5
Don't give a
taquitos.
fuck
Look,
what you have to say.
Then this nigga
I
just gonna
brought
keep-
home 5 taquitos. The next day, I go to check the taquitos because I want to get one, and
Gone.
4 of them are gone. I said, Sam,
Sam got high.
Yeah.
I said, God damn.
Check your Mexican girlfriend.
She's like, what? You get
left
4
you one.
taquitos in a restaurant. What are you complaining about? I was
I
like,
left you one.
I said, God damn.
That is kind of fucked up. You should eat the last one.
Nah, fuck that. I left you one, nigga.
yeah, you
I gave
can't-
you
Nah.
some.
She said, how many did you have? I said, I had 3. But she said, yeah, you had all this other shit. I was like, yeah, that's true.
you can't leave one behind.
I said, I brought everything home, all right? But whatever.
No, you can't. That's like drinking the whole juice bottle and then like leaving like the little like sip, like not even a cup full.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Did you
Anyway,
eat tacos?
look, Cinco de Mayo, I'm not Mexican, first of all. Let's just clarify that, okay?
I just actually asked. Ate
I know.
tacos.
Salvadorians, man.
I'm Central American.
Salvadorians, to let you know,
American.
the first opportune time.
I'm half Guatemalan, half Salvadorian.
Yeah.
I'm not Arab. I'm not Armenian.
Why did they think you're that? Because you're hairy?
I'm hairy.
That's hilarious.
I mean, whatever, bro.
man.
The beard.
If you're Armenian, you'd have a Mercedes instead of a Lexus.
Yeah,
I'd have
you
a
definitely
BMW.
should. Or a BMW, yeah.
that I would have crashed and upgraded to. Never mind. It's not.
Wow. He said, I'm racist.
It's a good thing
You
Armenians.
just asked me about your tacos.
I asked him if he ate tacos too. We know he is, man.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing. Nobody knows that Armenians are past California.
Past Glendale.
Past
Yeah, shit.
All right.
motherfuckers-
You know what? Before I get us all in trouble.
I
Them
said
motherfuckers
I
is
was in
everywhere in
El
my
Paso,
neighborhood.
and I said I grew up around some Armenians, and they were like, "What's an Armenian?" I was like, "Oh, shit."
Think of the
never mind.
Kardashians and you
Yeah,
good.
there you go. Put it on.
Look, I got Rob Kardashian
Look,
on my shirt.
The only reason I felt like that, or sparking back at that, is because I posted this throwback pic with Bad Bunny today,
Yeah.
and some guy comments, "You're Latino, LOL." How the fuck am I supposed to take that?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, motherfucker, I'm Central American.
People
So
are
he said,
ignorant.
expound. Break it
People
down
are
for me.
ignorant.
Yeah, you know. but
People are ignorant.
same thing, like, you know, there's a lot of people called Koreans or Japanese people Chinese.
Yeah.
It's-
Chinaman.
So, you know, when you call Salvadorian Mexican, there tends to be
No, yeah, I get it. You know what? I didn't learn that. I didn't learn that. I guess it's like calling a Puerto Rican or Dominican or, you know, vice versa,
Sure,
whatever.
sure. They're proud.
And I
This
didn't
is
learn
proud.
that because, you know, I accidentally, you know, moving to LA, I didn't know much about the Southern American cultures and stuff like that. So I moved to LA. I assume everybody Mexican. Most of the people I met were Mexican. So I'm like, oh, you Mexican. And sure enough, you don't call no Salvadorian a Mexican, bro.
Nah, man.
Oh, man, I learned that.
Nope.
real quick out here, boy.
that quickly.
And I was like, okay, got it. Noted.
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 Anyway, back to Cinco de Mayo, which
Yes.
is not their Independence Day, which
No.
is constantly confused since it's kind of a 4th of July situation here in the U.S. But nobody gets the day off. And
Unfortunately.
it's just an excuse to, drink tequila, listen to Latino music.
It's like St. Patrick's Day for
Yeah, it's like
Hispanic
St.
people.
Patrick's Day,
Yeah, it
sure.
is.
Yeah.
But I had tacos. I had just finished a
To answer your question,
After
It
all,
was Cinco de Mayo. Look, we take what we can get around here. So we gonna take that. You know what I mean? Black History Month, y'all get the shortest month, okay? You're gonna take what we can get.
shit, man.
So-
You're right about that.
isn't the leap year thing in February too? So you get an extra day every now and then.
Every 4 years.
Yeah, they are.
We'll get an extra day.
Yeah. So I got some tacos on the way home. I had just finished a 3-day cleanse of like juice cleanse.
Oh, well,
Damn.
back to square one.
You,
Oh, bro,
you went from juicing to tacos?
No.
Oh.
There was a day in between.
Oh, okay.
But hey,
Damn.
I had just weighed in. I'm down 18 pounds.
Yeah, Marcos
And
told me.
so
Yeah,
I was
he was
like,
telling me about that shit.
I'm gonna go ahead and have one night of tacos,
Do it. Cheat
enjoy
day.
it, and then
Miki.
next day I back on my cleaner plan.
Got you.
So we're gonna keep it going.
We tried to get tacos, but everything was sold out or too busy.
Really?
Yeah, we
Cracking.
couldn't get no tacos, man.
Did you go to Tres Hermanos?
Listen, I looked everywhere. They were like, nah, we too busy. We're not taking no more orders.
No.
Let me give you all a little hack that I just
So we had
discovered
to
the
eat
other day.
wings.
Oh, okay.
Taco wings.
Salsa and beer is doing takeout.
I know. There's one right down the street from me.
yeah.
It takes 15 minutes for it to be ready.
No way.
No.
I'm just
I did not know that.
I'm giving you the sauce.
Bro, it takes longer than that just to find a parking spot in that
There.
lot.
Yeah, no, this is the best thing to happen. Not to them because it's quiet, but yo,
Salsa and beer's only 15 minutes.
yes,
Just went right down the street.
yes.
Oh,
That's
shit.
what when I went to. I took my staff the other day for a takeout.
I'm going.
Is it better than Tres Hermanos?
What?
No disrespect.
You
And-
never had salsa and beer?
And Tres
I'm sure I
Hermanos is
have.
like home base, but salsa and beer.
Yeah, they got one in our leader, right? So
No. There's only one in North Hollywood and one in White Oak on
okay.
Reseda.
Yep. I've been to both
Bro.
of them.
The best Mexican food,
Is
Mexican food in San Fernando.
Is that the
Valley.
one I went to with your brother? Salsa and beer? It was like remember we showed up and there was kind of a long line by the LA Fitness, the new LA Fitness,
The new LA event is.
off of Reseda or Van Nuys, Balboa, somewhere around.
It's on White Oak and something else, but it's in Reseda in a small plaza.
Yeah.
Not next. I mean, I don't know.
It's in a, like, you have to wait in the parking lot a little bit.
But the one in North Hollywood is like crack.
Yeah, it's bigger too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one is like, I mean, unless you showed up when they open, you're waiting an hour.
Yeah, you waiting easily.
And the food is amazing. Portions are crazy big.
Bro.
And it's super cheap.
I never finished that food.
It don't even make sense.
I think I ate there with you.
It's fire. The bean dip.
They be having
Man, we'll
the
talk about
Hennessy
this
horchata.
Man.
They be they make pina colada and they put Hennessy in it. Man.
Yeah.
The horchata with
They're-
the
Yeah,
Hennessy?
bro.
Man.
Mm.
All right. We're on hour 36. I think we need to break
We
this
on
down.
hour
next,
36.
we need to break this down next, like track for track next pod, next episode.
What?
Black MJ versus white MJ.
Yo,
We can
Oh,
say
yeah.
who we got, but I think we should break it down track for track next pod.
I'm gonna end that right now. The only solid track that quote unquote white MJ ever put out was Smooth Criminal.
Well, Miki was going to defend white MJ just for the sake of
Yeah, I
defending.
mean, yeah, but
Just for the
what I'm
pod.
saying is argue that. You know what I'm saying? Like
Argue that.
Well, no, I have.
Smooth Criminal over Beat It?
Beat It was by Black. Oh no, you're right. Yeah, Smooth Criminal over Beat It. Absolutely, bro.
Okay.
Bad. Bad was White Mike.
Bad is matched
Yeah.
up against I Want You Back.
Unless
Bad.
the contrast was super high on his album picture, like that man was white.
No, yeah, he was because he had the black leather with the
Yeah.
Look, Black MJ has Beat It, Rock With You, Billie Jean, Don't Stop Till You Get Enough,
We should
Thriller,
just save this for the
PYT.
next one
Okay, let's save it for the next one.
because we're gonna get into it. Okay,
Yeah.
but tell us what you think if you've made it this far into the podcast.
Yeah.
Tell us.
So fucked up, but tell us.
It's terrible. And I have an interesting approach to this battle for the sake of, I had to, I don't know, find some way to have this even be a debate. So I guess we'll stay tuned.
All right. And this weekend, Erica Badu just got, we'll talk about that next pod.
Yeah.
And Pitbull mixes.
Yes.
Shout out to Shoney
Shout out to Shoney.
for our last mix.
Great mix.
Next mix is by Weapons and
Yes,
DJ
sir.
Rell.
Yes, sir.
Weapons from Atlanta.
Atlanta.
Yeah. Shout out to DJ Weapons.
Yeah.
He's probably doing them outdoor strip clubs.
Yeah. Yo, I hope they're tipping him.
Man, shit, I'm sure they are.
Yeah.
And that's it.
That's it for our Pitbull mixes. We are on channel 13, Sirius XM, Tuesday
Yes, sir.
nights at 8 in PST and 11 East Coast time.
Yeah.
Technically, right now it's PSD.
Yeah.
PSD. PDT.
Real quick,
PDT.
PDT.
R.I.P. to Ahmed Arbery, man. You know, condolences to his family. That was some tragic shit. You know, I hope that family gets.
He was killed on his bike, right?
No,
he
it was
jogging.
jogging.
He was
Sorry,
jogging.
jogging.
Yeah, it was jogging.
They
For no
arrested
reason.
the dudes.
They
just
arrested. Yeah, I saw that they arrested.
Oh,
the
they
dudes
finally
today.
arrested them?
Yeah, they arrested the 2 dudes today. I guess it was. I don't know much. I didn't. It was hard to watch that video. But I just want to condolences to that family.
For sure.
I hope that
Rest in peace.
they the justice is served for them and and
It's
all
some
that
bullshit,
stuff.
bro.
Yeah, it's fucked up, bro. And we don't want to get too deep into that sad stuff, but it's unfortunate and
Yep.
we the best we can do is just put them in the prayers and hope for the best and
Yeah.
for
For the record, the dad, served 30 years as a officer and under the DA. So that's why it took a while.
Oh,
'Cause she stepped down from the case because of her ties
Yeah.
to the guy. And that's why it took so long for things to happen. But if anything, shout out to people who have a large platform and are bringing attention. It's because, Black people in America getting killed is a problem. And any person of color, has to watch their back in many ways and keep their head on a swivel.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it's
I mean,
bullshit.
I always said, it's unfortunate and it's becoming the black thing it's becoming a habit or a routine.
Yeah.
But it's a human, bro. Regardless of what race is, what happened to that man was extremely unfortunate. For someone to be hunted down like that was crazy. And I think, we would have had the same response regardless. It's unfortunate that he was black. And it happened in Georgia
Yeah.
by 2 white guys. Like
Yeah.
And their white homie fucking filmed it all.
Yeah. And he's next that's going to get arrested.
Oh my God.
It's just bullshit, bro. Like, I mean, end of the day, like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I don't want to
we
get
not
too deep
get
into
into
it.
it,
Yeah, I don't
but
want to get
like-
too deep into it, but I did want to acknowledge it. You know what I mean? Like you said, we have a platform, and
yeah.
I think we do
absolutely.
have some sort of responsibility to, bring it to the light and at least put our piece out there. But yeah,
Yep.
Yeah.
episode 45.
In the
In the
books.
books,
Yes, sir.
man.
Yeah, man. Check in on mixes. Shout us out in your posts. We love to repost. We appreciate the love.
Yeah, make sure you keep tweeting us at 2:00 in the morning so Mickey can respond.
Yeah.
We need that.
Mickey's up for it.
I'm
love that
always up
shit.
for it. I gotta show you what I was working on. So
Oh yeah.
off the air. Anyway,
Yeah,
does it
we
for
out.
us.